Hey everybody, another live video of the 2020 48-hour group build. Wanted to do an update. As you can see by my clock in the bottom of the corner, just past the 24-hour mark, so I figured I'd do a video now and let you guys see how far I am. So this was actually a really fun kit to build. I suggest to anybody, if you like the way it looks, if you see one, grab it, because it's not that bad. But here's the chopper I did so far. I got to glue in the motor, of course, and the wheels, but I actually was able to keep this, able to steer. It is 2 halves, and then I glued the seat on. But the way I kept it to steer is I didn't glue this front piece. I glued everything else up and clamped it down. I had that so I can open it up. Open that up and actually put that in there. I'll have to do a little bit of detail painting on the handles and stuff, but that's where I'm at on everything. I got to do detail painting on. And here's the actual motor. It'll sit in there. So it'll look pretty cool when it's done. So I got that painted up. And I did do the frame different color than that. On the box, it did show it all the red. I was afraid if I did it all red, it would look too toyish, would lose a lot of detail and effects to it. So I painted it all the black because I figured it would be easier. Then I masked off all the frame and all underneath, and then I just left the fender in that. And to get this little piece down there, that was quite hard actually, to get all this tape around all this stuff and actually have that where I can still paint it. But I'm actually pretty happy with that. That way you can actually see a good detail right there. Yeah, it's a pretty cool chopper. And then if you don't want to, if you want to just stage it in all the other builds, you could just do that as well. These are about the only other parts I have to paint. These are the headlight buckets for they actually go onto the body. They actually go like that. And I quite don't know what those are yet. I think they might be tail lights for something. These are the headlights for the bike. It's a pretty cool chopper. Got the double headlights, so I still gotta paint those, but nothing bad with that. I do have the seat part that actually goes on the sissy bar. I'm out on that. I got that painted flat black. And speaking of sissy bars, here I actually painted it. I stripped the chrome to give it that look. And I use that chrome look, or chrome, and that usually messes up when you mess with it a little bit. Usually paint, if you mess with a lot, it messes up, but I just give it a quick coat of that. It's been really good for me on that. So, and that's what I did the handlebars in, so that way they actually match. So it'd be like that. So that's a pretty cool feature. And I did the exhaust pipes. I made sure I drilled a hole in the end before I did it. So there's that. And then the other one. So the bike, I pretty much can assemble everything minus the headlight. Everything's painted. And then here's the chain. And then I'll do some detail painting on it. So I got all that. And onto the trailer. So this is the trailer. Just pretty basic, glued it together and painted it. I gotta do detail painting on the wheels. Try to add some detail to that. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. And then the hitch, I just glued the hitch. I probably should have stripped that and sanded it. I still can, it's just super glue, so I could just kind of flick that off if I want to. And it shouldn't bother anything. But for now, I'm gonna just keep that like that. So that's pretty basic. Here's the wheels, they ain't glued. It's just the tire actually holding them together. But they're nice spoke wheels. This one actually has the bolts holding on. I haven't decided if I wanted to paint them yet or not. But the front just needs to spread it a little bit there. Get it lined up. So that's how that would look once that's done. So now on to the actual car. Now if anybody is trying to build this in the future that's watching this, this is the hardest part so far, is getting this inner body piece glued on. It kind of does not want to fit. So my suggestion is make sure that seam stays clean. Maybe you're going to want to paint it inside there, that's the problem. But you might want to put a coat on back in there, glue it, and then what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put another coat, because if you can see in there, you can see the red from the gluing. And then I also had it, I glued this half in really good, you know, holding it. I actually used the thicker stuff, got a good bond, and then I made sure this is cured. And then I went back here and made sure that had a good bond. But the problem is I used some clips. I went like that. And then all of a sudden they shot off. And it chipped my paint, messed up my paint. But I ended up getting a little bit of glue on there. So I was going to end up having to fix it anyhow. And I'll just end up masking all this off again. I'll wet sand that first before I mask it and then hit it again. I did do the seat in a flat black because I wanted that to look different than the fiberglass body pieces. So probably first thing in the morning, what I'll end up doing is masking this off, masking all this off, and then re-hitting that with one coat of that I use that extreme lacquer. This stuff dries very fast. And it always looks nice and shiny. I've only had a couple bodies that actually screwed up with it. And the actual body, I went with the Revan Red. It's the closest one of them that is a candy apple red. So I did go with that as well. So there's that. And onto the bottom half. This is supposed to be like a helicopter engine, I'm believing. Some kind of rotary turbine engine, and then the exhaust out the side. So I didn't want it to be just a chrome bomb, so I went with the alternate body color, which is that nice black for the suspension, and then I left a little chrome there for that. This was chrome. I didn't want it to stand out too much, so I ended up gluing that on first, getting a nice bond, and then it's going to have a tiny bit of weight on it, but it's going to have to be strong. But I just did that body color. So there's that. That thing mounts like that. So it's getting there. I did test the window, the windshield. I have to polish it a little bit and then put some future on it, so I'll probably clip it on, do it like that. But I had to sand a little bit around the edge. I haven't buffed that out yet. But to put that in there, you kind of have to stress this a little bit, but it fits really good. I don't want to keep putting it in and out. I'm afraid I'll end up breaking that. Since it fits really well, that would be a shame to break it, but it does kind of like tilt up like that and then come back down. And it looks really sharp when it's on there. But I'll buff this edge, put some Future on it, and let it sit for a while before I put it on there. There is also a dome that will actually fit in here. And that will go over the engine like that. And that's pretty cool. So I'm doing pretty good on the Tom Daniels Cherry Bomb. I'll have to put some decals on. That'll be the end of the day tomorrow. So still early enough yet where I might mask this off and paint it. That way I can get the detail painting done and get this glued on there. But I was afraid of how well this would fit together. I found out I had to glue that in. But it does fit really well. And be easy to clamp. Hold it in there tight. Everybody's doing great on their builds. I've been able to comment on some people's, but since it's going so fast and working this morning and everything, I haven't been able to comment. But just like everybody else, I'm sure we're going to all watch each other's videos at the end. Oh, I just see the comments I got. Hello, Factory Rat. Thanks a lot. And CD scale models, thanks. It's kind of fun to do them live. It's fun to give it a different perspective. Can't really screw up when you do it. And I'll be checking on everybody's builds after this, so I'm gonna actually sign off. And this has been a real fun one for all the new people that's been subscribing. This last year, this was the very first build I actually did on YouTube. Yeah, so this is like a year in to the YouTube channel. Quite happy with it. I didn't think it would end up going this well, but it sure has. It's a lot of fun. And I'll talk to you guys later.